Well, the first question we ask all of our guests is what drives you to do what you do and in the way that you do it? That's what I find intriguing.
You know, and it's funny you say that because I looked at the question and I thought, in this business, it's very wonderful, and then when someone has a meal and they've enjoyed their experience, it's immediate gratification. I mean, we had a great evening, wonderful food, great service. You know, our job is completed for the most part. You know, they've come back, we've garnished, you know, the loyalty and, you know, reputation for wonderful food and service, and I think that is the thing that every night, you know, you want to, even after this long at Equus, we go 24 years later, we are there to make sure that the guest has a great, you know, great experience. Personally, I just get a charge out of it. I mean, I think it's just something. You know, in a lot of other professions, people have to work months, often years, to see something come to fruition. Where, you know, in my job, it's just it's quick and easy, and I've hired very well.
It's
been
quick
very
and easy
blessed.
for you. I couldn't.
Yeah,
make an
but I've
omelet,
been very,
but,
you know, and this stuff is all. It sounds like a lot of stuff, but I mean, I've hired some brilliant people over the years. You know, some wonderful chefs and front of the house staff, and people, many of which have been with me 20 years, and I am only as successful because of these people. I mean, it's because of them that I've done well, and I've left them alone and given them the tools they've needed to succeed, and that's part of the leadership role, I think, is that we talk about it a lot and say, you know, what can I do to make your job easier, better, and better for our customers, and then it kind of goes from there. So
all three of your restaurants have been very successful. So that's a testament, I think, to your leadership.
Yeah, knock on. Well, and I'll tell you, you're only.
you
Vincenzo told me one time. He said, you know, young man, you're only as good as your last meal, and I think that's the best advice in our business that anybody can ever give you, because it's very, very true. And you know, I think about that all the time, and I actually tell my employees that. I said, look, just because we've had a tremendous run here, and you know, now we actually have 2 4-star restaurants, which, you know, is great, but it's not time to let down the guard. Now it's time to let's continue to take it to the next level, and you know, we still have a long way to go to get to this mobile rating situation. I mean, it's phenomenal what you have to do. You know, Casa's was actually a 4. The closest 5 we had, of course, was a Masonette for 30 years. Cincinnati. So nobody's ever had a 5 in Louisville, and there are 90 criteria you have to meet to get that, from, you know, everything from padded tables to solid ice cubes to, you know, valet coach.
Will they come in and do a big review and the whole
They do every couple of years or so. But the Corbett's was literally built around that list. I mean, when I decided to do that, I printed out the list and I said, all right, we're going to have these items first of all, and then we went from there. And the rest, the house was magnificent, as you know.
Oh yeah.
I had a lot to work with out there, so.
Oh yeah.
Good deal.
On my other head, economic development, we had a lot of work there.
This is a great business. So I mean, it's a very hard business. It's very hard physically and professionally and personally with family, you know, because you miss seeing your family a lot. You work yourself to death sometimes, but
it never ends.
It never ends, and it's always something. You know, it's not like you can go away for a week and not have to, you know, cover your ass, pardon my French, on every single thing. You know, from the checks. That's where the editing suite comes.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, but you have to do it on everything.
Interview.
Oh yeah, you know.
Carry on. We're only up to the second question.
Yeah, you know, you have to do it everything. You know, so, yeah.